Hello, my name is Tiara Taylor, and I did an annotated bibliography on if drugs impact crime rate. So basically, I didn't do just a specific area or region. I kind of did worldwide research just to compare the United States to different countries. So one of the first articles that I actually saw was about women inmates in Brazil, and they wanted to know if the ones who had taken drugs were more likely to commit violent crimes. So, just to begin with, it was saying that the increase in the rate of incarceration for women has been about twice that of men, and they're basically saying that this is because of the drugs. And so the way they gathered this information was primarily by doing face-to-face interviews, and they also did drug screenings before the ladies got locked up to see if they were actually telling the truth about the research. And there were about 182 of these inmates chosen. So after going through all of the interviews and gathering the research, it was in fact determined that the ladies that had used drugs were the ones who had committed most of the violent crimes. And I really did find this article to be very well written. It was pretty easy to follow, one of the easier ones that I encountered. So another source I looked at was a fact drug sheet, and it was from the U.S. Department of Justice. And right off the top, they were saying that drugs are definitely related to crime in many ways. However, the only thing about this article is that it's a little outdated. So the research really isn't as accurate as today's. It was written in like 1991. However, the overall message still stands today that drugs are related to an increase in crime. So the article basically just gave some examples of drugs, which we all know: marijuana, cocaine, amphetamines, even alcohol is considered a drug. And so they were saying that statistically, like in 1991, there were about 26.1% of the people who committed like violent crimes and all the bad crimes were in fact drug users, while only 2% of non-drug users committed these crimes. Now I'm sure those numbers are higher for both of these today. I haven't found the exact number quite yet. So it was also saying that majority of these people were under the influence of drugs when they were arrested, and they were under the influence of drugs when they were actually committing the crimes. And also, the research suggested that people were committing the crimes in order to keep using the drugs. So everyone knows people that have a drug addiction usually uses up all of their money, and they resort to stealing in order to fund their habit. So next, I took a different approach with my research, and I talked about SSRIs, and SSRIs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are basically antidepressants. And so the study was conducted to test people from like 2006 through 2009 to determine if SSRIs were linked to violent crimes. And this was in Sweden. And the irony I found with this article is that SSRIs are actually supposed to help people and help increase their mood and chemical imbalances in their brain. So after doing research, the article was kind of confusing because it was saying that between ages 15 to 24, that's when most of the violent crimes occurred. And then it was also saying that the author made two different points when it was he made two different points when it was time to analyze the